All right, guys, what's up? Montreal Supercross is this weekend. I've been training all week at Donzi's house, dirt bike rider. Lucky to have me ride there. He's been a big help, so thank you to Donzi for letting me ride there. So we got Gloop here from Rip It Up Films. We went mountain biking this morning. He brought his pit bike to my house. He lives about 3 hours from here. We're gonna leave in a couple of hours, but he wanted to come and ride because he only gets to ride my house like once a year, and actually he doesn't even ride. He gets to come to my house once a year to tape the race, but wanted to come today, so we're doing a couple of laps this morning. Here he is, and we're gonna see him hit this rhythm section and then go get something to eat and pack up and then be on our way up to Montreal. All right, so he hit it once, but I'm slightly nervous. I think he's all right. He's a good rider. There it is, Gloop. All right, time to pack up here. Race quad's ready. Just gotta get my gear, tools, spare parts, passport, because we're going to Canada. That's about it. Let's get rolling. Packing up. Luke, what do we got? We have garbage bags over our casual stuff fan because it's supposed to rain the whole ride up, and we got Donzi here. Good. Boom. We got TJ coming on the trip. Oh, yeah. First time here to race with me. Gloop, Rip It Up Films with the sloth shirt. Show it off. Gotcha. Nice. And we have our regular. Well, normally I would go to races with the motorhome, but getting that through Canada is going to be a pain. So we're doing it with a pickup truck. Not just a pickup truck, but we have a ton of parts, tent, tables, backup parts, wild. I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to a race in a truck. It was probably when I first started racing in 2004 and 5. Just a truck, no trailer. So we're just trying to keep everything dry at this point. Luke, first rest stop. It's about 30 degrees cooler. We don't know why, but I'm guessing it has to do with us going north. Everything's in as far as I know. Stan's still there. He's got candy, water. Went from 80 degrees to locked. 80 degrees to 60. It's a big difference. All right, upstate New York, just stopped last night. Just stayed here. Back on the road, got an hour and a half to, actually an hour until customs. That's gonna be fun. So we gotta get through customs and then up to Montreal. And it's 9:30 now, but by the time we get there, it's probably gonna be like 12 or so. So let's roll. All right, TJ, last stop before we get into Montreal. We don't know what the gas prices are gonna be, but it's our last like mile while we're in the States. It's the most north I've ever been in my entire life. A 40-degree drop, not pumped about it, but it's not gonna last very long. They're saying it's gonna get pretty hot during the daytime. We're legit parked in the stadium right now. About to unload the truck. Yes. All right, we got a lot of unloading to do. Setting up. Where are we at? Saturday morning. Richard Pelchat fellow racer from Canada, pro racer for a long time. How old are you now, Richard?
45.
He's not 45, but he's been retired for a couple of years. He's helped me out today. He's wrenching for me, so big shout out to him. Got Gloop here following me around still.
Just following him around.
Just following me around. Can't get rid of him. I'm only kidding. Alright, came off a heat race a couple hours ago. It's 6:30 right now on the dot. I had a heat race around 3 o'clock, and our main event's not till 8:30, so we literally have a 5-hour intermission in between. I'm hanging out with Gloop. He's here, trying to kill time. The rest of the friends and family went to go get food. I already ate, trying to stay awake. 5 hours is a long time. Normally at our nationals, we hang out for, I think the longest is like 2 hours in between a qualifier and moto, but 5 hours, a little different. A lot of people coming in. They started letting fans in at like 5 o'clock. Again, it's 6:30, so it's filling up. It's raining outside, which I actually think will help this event being indoor. It gives people in the area something to do today and come, so pumped about the whole thing. Just one more main event, and hopefully it goes well, just like qualifying did. right, guys, what's going on? It's a couple days later after the event. Montreal was awesome. It was my first time there, most north I've ever been in my entire life. First time in Canada. Again, crossing the border was respectfully easy for the most part. I was a little bit worried about that they were going to have to go through all my stuff and I was going to be stuck there for a good amount of time, but it was pretty simple, in and out. The event was sick. Blown away by the size of the stadium. The Olympics were there in 1976, they told me, which was a long time ago. So that stadium definitely has some age to it, but really cool, huge. Apparently the track was like half the size as previous years, but I didn't really know that. I mean, I didn't know, but once you're there and you see that old videos and stuff where the track really was the whole stadium, and now this year was half, but it was still cool. It was definitely tight, a little bit tighter than I thought it was going to be. Like when I walked the track, I was actually really worried, like, man, like I'm not going to be able to make any passes here. But once I did one practice, I knew like right away, like I was going to be able to make passes if I had to. So, all right, I'll run through it real quick. So it started with a morning practice, and then we had a heat race, which was, the heat race wasn't really a race. It took off as a race, but it was only technically a time qualifier. So again, it took off as a race, but it only really counted for lap time. So I took off in that, got the whole shot, blew the first turn. It was way tighter than I anticipated it to be, so I like two-wheeled a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, you would have seen the picture I posted the other day with me two-wheeling through the first turn. It was pretty wild. I saved it, but I lost like 4 or 5 spots. So a couple guys got under me, and I was in first within like 2 laps. I just found some good openings, and I didn't wait and made passes really quick. So there was a 5-hour delay. We went to the main event. It was 9 o'clock at night. It was supposed to be 8:30, but it ended up being 9. And I wasn't making the same mistake twice. I got the whole shot, made the turn a lot tighter. I was a little worried I was going to get rear-ended, but it was just that track. It was tight. So I led that all the way through. It was pretty flawless, the main event. So I'm happy. The fans were awesome. They said it was twice the amount of fans as last year. So they said it was about 10,000 last year, so I guess 20,000 fans, which was really cool to be, performing in front of a crowd that's that big. I actually think is really cool. I like racing at night. I'm more awake at nighttime, and I'm just I like big crowds to race in front of. It's just motivation to have on the sideline. So the fans were awesome. Like I had so many people after the race, like, on social media say, good job, but they were all like from Canada, which was really cool. So I was a little bit worried that people weren't going to love me coming into there, and especially if I beat their riders, but everyone was very respectful. I was respectful back, so it goes both ways. But anyway, awesome time. I would definitely do it again. Still training right now. I have one more race I'm going to do in 2 weeks up at Walden, New York, for one of the last rounds of the NEATV series. So I'm going to do that, and I haven't done one of those races in a couple of years, probably like 2 years, and before that was 3 years. So I'm looking forward to dicing it up with those guys. And my goal this offseason, previous mistakes I've made in years was kind of just not touch a 450 till after Loretta's and not really touch one till like January. So it's the opposite this year. I'm trying to ride more, be active. Instead of starting in January and it's like starting all over again, learning how to ride a quad, I'm just trying to be active on the bike. The less time I have off, I think the more sharp I'll be when I get back on. And even after this race, I'm still going to try to ride a couple of times before I head south in January. So other than that, thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I hope you guys like this video. I try to get a lot more footage this weekend and try to break things down a little bit more. So comment below what you guys think. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.